Just kidding, I'm a D2 player, we don't bait. I would actually love a room in Destiny where I can place one of my 8 title SMGs, or one of my thousands of fucking blow-ups I got during the Iron Banner video on the wall. Either way, though, I race towards the Cabal, and I'm actually surprised at how heavy I hit in the Legend campaign. I destroy turrets pretty damn fast, and with how many turtles I'm cooking, it's enough to make Mario grow without a mushroom. Words cannot describe how powerful I feel with the ability to chuck a grenade now. The fucking gloves Rob. Mattel was his name, and Hot Wheels Fury was Papa Rye's game. My arsenal was finally tuned for this moment. I spent a good bit of time putting together what I would need in order to delete most enemies from the game, and the answer to 90% of my problems was bullet!
Some people think they can outsmart me. Maybe. I've yet to meet one that can outsmart bullet.
I kill the engineers, and one more time for old time's sake, as we're rapidly approaching Lightfall, which in its own right will open up a new wave of brain damage plays. I lightless tighten my nuts, ruin our relationship further with Title's forces by kneeing the entire operation in the Cabals, struggle to dunk the fusion cells because with the athleticism of a depressed chihuahua, I cannot get to the other side of the room. I hop around the room looking for a way to make it possible, looking like a clown as I try to piece together this puzzle, but thankfully I discover you can use this to jump across, and I dunk the cell. Some more of the hungry hippos try to eat all my marbles, but I'm an advocate of the vacate their souls from their corporeal form first, ask questions later philosophy. After the fusion cells, activate the gun. It is time to enter the scariest part of the entire Witch Queen DLC, that which broke me all those months ago. The pipe! Oh, the humanity! The pipes! The Cabal may have perfected light-suppressing technology, but they honestly over-engineered a solution to their Guardian problem, because all they had to do was make a floor that looks perfectly flat, but it is indeed a fucking 2-degree angle, and I swear 90% of Guardians would be on the ground screaming out in agony. What was it? Like can't heal these emotional wounds. Never gonna trust a flat surface in my life again. But this time, I came prepared. I took this moment of failure into myself to improvise, adapt, come on this challenge. And I wasn't about to spare any of the one brain cell I pulled out of confinement to learn a new technique. Even so, I'm very cautious as I approach the fall. People told me, Papa Rye, if you guard with a sword, you'll survive it. But you see, that's a contradiction. That's how they get you. People tell me that one-shot protection from falls exists in the game, as long as you land on flat ground. But then they also tell me that you need a sword in order to survive falls like that. You can't trust these people from the flat landing conspiracy theorists. Next, they're gonna tell me the earth is flat, when we all know it's a cube. I was so cautious that I even equipped strongholders to spare my ankles from yet another excruciating defeat, and took my leap of faith. Now believe me when I say this was beautiful. With glory and precision, I landed without so much as a tickle on the taint. I then activate the universal sign of happiness in the Destiny universe, the ancient ritual consisting of a swift bend of the knee and a hardening of the glutes. With this victory, you could have sworn I worked at a walnut factory, because Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust. Because this script, clearing out the engine bay with this loadout proves to be a sick, cruel joke. If you even slightly resemble a Ninja Turtle, it was over before I knew it even began, as my battle-hardened Titan was so shack nasty in there, it was straight up poetry. I dance on the elevator and beat the ever-loving fuck out of the Scions in the command center for the egregious crime of simply existing in my presence, then headed off towards the gun to launch myself at Savathun's ship. Now physics in Destiny is enough to put the fear of God into any player, and even though I know that it's very finely tuned so my ankles are safe, it didn't stop my sphincter from turning into a vice grip. Even so, the Hot Wheels bullet fired like the good munition he was, and I land on Mommy Thun's ship flawlessly. I begin racing through the beautiful ship, equip Eager Edge to cross the gap, and oh, fuck, I almost shat my soul up in no time for fear, when there's an entire Witch Queen campaign to clear. Just beyond the jump, I find myself in a tunnel where I am swiftly cucked by Uncle Bungie as they placed a tiny waterfall in my way. Even with max mobility, I just slam my nose into the ridge. I have heavy ammo still in my sword, so there's a chance if I bust out the old reliable Salvation's grip, I might still have some ammo in the conversion. But in Destiny, one thing that rings true is that ammo can